Top 10 poorest and most humble churches in the world where faith shines brightest. You might think of a church as a grand building with stained glass windows, golden altars, and echoing bells. But what if I told you that some of the world's most powerful prayers rise from places with no walls, no roof, not even a floor? These are not cathedrals. These are shelters of pure faith. Today, we'll travel across continents to visit 10 of the most impoverished. Simple churches in the world. They don't have wealth, but they carry something far more powerful: unshakable faith. From jungle chapels to desert huts, from mountaintop stone sanctuaries to a church made out of a truck. Each of these sacred places proves one truth: you don't need gold to reach God, you only need faith.
1. St. Michael Church, Malawi, built by the hands of villagers over a century ago, brick by brick, without architects, electricity, or even tools. No paint, no lights, just dust, sun, and a handmade cross. And yet, every Sunday, it's filled with songs of praise. True faith doesn't need polish, it only needs a place to breathe. 2. Chapel on Gilimino, Indonesia. No walls, no microphone, no lights. Just bamboo poles and a thatched roof on a quiet beach. Here, fishermen pray with the rhythm of the waves. Nature itself becomes the choir, a holy place built by the sea and blessed by the wind. 3. Puro Beach Church, Philippines. After a massive storm wiped out their homes, villagers rebuilt the church with salvaged wood and plastic sheets. No altar, no roof, just faith standing against the sea breeze. Their prayers rise not despite the storm, but because of it.
4. Wooden church in Siberia, Russia. In sub-zero temperatures, without heaters or power, villagers gather in this tiny wooden church. Their breath turns to fog in the freezing air, but their hearts are on fire. Cold hands, warm souls, unshakable faith. 5. Canyon Church, Guatemala. Hidden deep inside a canyon, accessible only by foot through rough terrain, this clay church stands quietly. People walk hours barefoot just to pray here. The harder the journey, the deeper the devotion. 6. Palm Leaf Church, South Sudan. Built from palm leaves after war destroyed everything else. This church has no windows, no doors, just open hearts. People here pray for peace, even for those who hurt them. Faith doesn't rebuild walls, it rebuilds souls. 7. Truck Chapel, Mexico. A retired priest transformed an old delivery truck into a traveling chapel. He brings God's word to villages without churches. From dusty roads to mountain trails, he shows if the people can't reach the church will reach them. 8. Andes Church, Peru. At over 3,000 meters above sea level, Quechua villagers built this stone and mud church with their bare hands. There's no insulation, no comfort, but there is unity. When you pray above the clouds, every word feels closer to heaven. 9. Tent Church, Kenya. In one of Nairobi's slums, people gather in a large tent made from torn plastic sheets. The sound system barely works, but the voices are louder than any speaker. Joy doesn't come from the place, it comes from the praise. 10. Amazon Rainforest Chapel, Brazil. Raised on stilts to escape floods, this jungle chapel was built by tribal hands. No AC, no choir, just forest, prayer, and spirit. Nature itself joins the worship, and heaven feels just a breath away. These churches might not appear in architecture books. They have no stained glass, no golden domes, but maybe, just maybe, that's why God listens more closely. Because it's not the bricks that matter, it's the hearts inside them. Faith doesn't need a cathedral, it only needs a willing soul. If this story touched you, consider sharing it. Let the light from these humble churches inspire a world that sometimes forgets what really matters.